so much for supporting my channel. I so appreciate you and I'm having so much fun. So you don't miss out on future Eat Good, Feel Good videos, which I am doing for the new year. Click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And let's get to this delicious Eat Good, Feel Good episode. So tonight I am making shrimp fra diavolo, and it's Matt's, one of his favorites. It is a spicy tomato sauce with shrimp, and you can serve it with pasta or make a Whole30 version by serving it over zoodles, which I will show you both. And I'm also going to show you how you can eat bread, but make sure it is healthy and it makes you feel good, because that is all what I am about this new year. So I am going to be making homemade baguettes tonight as well. So I'm going to show you what you need for these recipes, and let's get to making them. So to eat good and feel good, you have to put good, wholesome ingredients into your body. So you can still have carbs, you can still have pasta, you can still have bread, but you have to know what ingredients to look for so you know you're putting good ingredients into your body. You can click the last episode where I showed you how you can select really good pastas, and I'm going to show you what flours you should get to make good, wholesome bread. Also, this is the key of the show tonight. This is my bread maker my dad got me for Christmas, and oh my god, I'm obsessed. I make tons of different breads, sourdough bread, baguettes, pizza dough, all in here. I just dump the ingredients in here, mixes it for me. It is easy, simple, and I know what ingredients are going into my bread, so I feel better about eating the bread. I will link this bread maker down below so you can get it from Amazon. I think it's around like $80, and I think it's available now, or it might be available soon. But again, I make things in this twice a week. It is amazing, foolproof. So I'm gonna show you what you need to make homemade baguettes. So for the ingredients, you have 100% certified organic, unbleached flour. That is key. You don't want anything preserved, nothing artificial, no junk, just the flour. This, I know, is good quality flour, and that is the base of all my bread recipes. This bread flour or the King Arthur's all-purpose flour. It can be any flour, doesn't need to be King Arthur, but it needs to be 100% organic, so you know there is no junk, no preservatives in your flour, and you know you're making good, wholesome bread. And then other things you need, I just have sugar, salt, yeast, and then I have a cup of water. And I'm going to show you the steps that you need to put these in here. But as always, all my recipes are linked down below. You'll just see that recipe link so you know what specific ingredients you need. So let's get to making this delicious baguette. So first, you're going to want to put all your liquid ingredients, and for this recipe, it's just the water. But you're just going to want to add all your wet ingredients. So just for the baguette recipe, it's just the water. Then I'm going to want to add in my 3 cups of flour. And trick to get the perfect measurement of flour. You're going to want to fluff the bag of flour with a fork so it kind of breaks up all those clumps of flour. So now all I'm going to do is just dump in my flour. I'm going to dump in my salt and my sugar. Now the key for this, you want to make a well in the middle of your flour mixture where your yeast is not touching your water. And I'm just going to dump my yeast right into that well. All I'm going to do is close, select the dough setting, and it's going to be done in an hour and a half. And it's basically going to mix everything together, and then we can put it in the oven to make our delicious baguettes. So now I'm going to show you how to make the delicious shrimp fra diavolo. It's spicy shrimp in a nice red sauce. It is delicious, one of Matt's favorites. So always a glass of wine, kombucha, whatever you want to unwind from your day. You're going to need a pound of shrimp. Always get the wild caught, it's better for you. I just got that at the local grocery store. A 14-ounce can of some chopped tomatoes. You're gonna want a cup of a dry white wine. I just got this from Trader Joe's, And you know it's a good quality Italian wine when you have the DOC, is it gonna focus? The DOC lingo right up here. DOC or DOCG. We learned that when we were in Venice. That's when you know it's a good quality Italian wine. Then I have 1 medium onion that I'm going to slice, some fresh parsley and some fresh basil, olive oil, some oregano. To make this Whole30 approved, you can always omit the white wine and do like a chicken broth or vegetable broth. And I have zoodles, or you can do some pasta. Now, this pasta box, my mom got us for Christmas, and it feeds 16 people. That's when you know you're Italian, when you get pasta for Christmas. But it's just tagliatelle, and I need to use it up because we have 3 boxes of those that my mom got us for Christmas. So actually my mom is moving down here to Charlotte, so maybe future videos we're gonna have to show my mom. She can cook some of her recipes that I grew up eating that are some of my favorites. So again, you can do zoodles, spaghetti squash, anything, but you're going to love this dish, so let's get to making it. Let's go to the stove. So you're gonna wanna get a frying pan and your shrimp ready to go. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the shrimp. We're going to put some garlic salt, some pepper, and then to get that nice little spice, we're gonna add about a teaspoon and a half of red pepper flakes. You can always add more or less if you're not a fan of spice. Mix that all together. Then I'm going to turn my pan onto around medium to medium-high heat. Drizzle some olive oil at the bottom of the pan. And when this gets hot, we're going to add the shrimp. So I'm going to add in my shrimp. I'm going to cook them until they're nice and pink, about 1 minute to 3 minutes on each side. So you don't want to overcook the shrimp. You want to cook it just till it's just cooked through, about 1 to 2 minutes on each side. I'm going to turn our flame off, and I'm just going to put the shrimp on a separate plate. And while my shrimp are cooking, I chopped up my onion. So I'm actually going to turn this back on to about medium heat. Drizzle some olive oil at the bottom of the pan, and we're going to cook our onions in the same pan as we did with the shrimp. I'm going to add in a little bit of garlic, about a clove worth chopped. We're going to let the onions and garlic cook through on medium heat for about 3 minutes until they're nice and soft. So my onions are nice and soft. It's been about 5 minutes. And now I'm going to deglaze the pan. I'm going to add in my 1 cup of my dry white wine. Adding white wine after you've just cooked the shrimp and the onions really picks up all those flavors that are at the bottom of the pan. And I'm just going to bring this to a little bit of a simmer and let the white wine evaporate a little bit. Then I'm going to add in the rest of my ingredients. So now that I have this at a nice simmer and some of the white wine evaporated off, I'm going to add in my tomatoes. Stir that all together. I'm going to add in about a tablespoon worth of oregano. You can use fresh or dried. I'm going to add in some more garlic salt, pepper, and to bring up the heat of the sauce, I'm going to add in about a teaspoon and a half of red pepper flakes. Now I'm going to stir this all together. This is smelling so good. Such an easy, simple dinner to have in the middle of the week. I know Valentine's Day is coming up. This is a good Italian style thing from Valentine's Day. I chopped up some fresh parsley. Put that in there. Let this stir around, and then I saved some parsley that I'm going to garnish on top of our dish. This is a really pretty, easy dish to have in the middle of the week. And like I said, to make this whole 30, you can always omit the wine, add in some broth to help deglaze that pan. Now I'm going to let this simmer on medium heat for about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna add the shrimp back in to help bring all the flavors together. I'm going to give this sauce a little taste test, see if we need to add anything else before we add our shrimp in. Yum, that is perfect. Nice and sweet from that basil, but also you get the hint of the spicy red pepper. Yum, that is so fresh. Now I'm going to add the shrimp back in. And really marry all the flavors of this shrimp fra diavolo all together. This is such a good classic Italian dish that not that many people know how to make. It is so easy. Now I'm going to let this sit on a low simmer on medium-low to low heat for about 3 to 5 minutes, and I'm gonna let all those flavors marry together. Then we're gonna plate this up and serve. Look how good this looks. I'm gonna sprinkle some more fresh parsley on top. Yum. So good. I wish you can smell this because it smells amazing. So we're gonna enjoy this shrimp fra diavolo tonight with a nice rosé. Delicious. Guys, this smells so good. I'm just going to make it look pretty and sprinkle some fresh parsley on top. Oh, this is one of my favorite meals. It is so easy, so good. You feel like a gourmet chef after you make it. You have to make this. So as always, all my recipes are linked down below. I'm going to show you how to finish off the baguettes, and you have a delicious, easy meal for the week. Okay, so now the bread is done in here. It's been an hour and a half. I'm just going to take this out and put it on a floured surface, shape them up into baguette forms, put them in here, and then we're going to let it sit in the oven off for 2 hours. So I am taking the bread out of here. I'm going to put flour all over this board. The more flour, the better. Okay. And I'm going to take this out. See if we can get it out. Oh, yum. Look, and we have a nice ball of dough. So I'm just going to coat it in some flour, cut it up, and shape it into baguette forms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this into thirds, since I want to make 3 baguettes. And I'm just going to roll it out into a baguette shape. I have 3 little baguettes. I kind of rolled them out and made them like little cone shapes at the end. Now I'm just going to score each of them. And I'm going to put these in the oven with the oven off, because you want to just basically keep them in a warm place so they can rise a little bit for around 1 to 2 hours. So I'm just going to do that. So these have been in the oven for 2 hours. Now I preheated the oven to 450 degrees, and we will let these cook for 15 minutes. So I'm putting these in the oven at 450 degrees, and I put a pan full of water so it helps get the baguettes nice and crusty. I'm gonna leave the pan in there for 10 minutes, and then for an additional 5 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna let the baguettes cook. These baguettes turned out so good. They were so crusty on the outside, but soft and warm on the inside. I will definitely be making these on a weekly basis, and try them at your home and tag me on your Instagram, Mimosas with Maria, so I can see how your baguettes turn out. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, so you don't miss out on future videos, click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future Eat Good, Feel Good recipes. And as always, all my recipes are linked down below in the description box so you can make them at home. And if you do, tag me on your Instagram, Mimosas with Maria, so I can see how they turn out. I would love to see that, and thank you so much for all of your support. As always, I love making food because it brings people together and making new memories, so I would love to hear what memories you're making with your loved ones and families with these recipes. I love sharing all my recipes with you guys. This was such a classic Italian recipe that'll make you feel good this new year. So cheers to you and your family. Bye, loves.